Hello, and welcome to my discussion. I would like to thank my colleagues for accepting this video presentation accompanied by Twitter discussion and other virtual Q&A in lieu of my physicality. I have done my best to coalesce my thoughts, abstract as they are, into this short video. My small part of our panel is Strange Cohort, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love My Virtual Peers. I'm a PhD student in the Department of Writing Studies at the University of Minnesota, where I teach rhetoric and writing intensive courses. My research is primarily concerned with the roles of digital rhetoric, critical pedagogy, social media, and the internet in political, cultural, and societal movements. For this presentation, the best way to connect with me is via Twitter. My handle is @TrentMKs, @TrentMKs. Just to warn you, I am occasionally cantankerous, but overall, I think I'm quite nice. When I began doctoral school, I knew what to expect. I was fully prepared for the experience. Though the concept of a cohort concerned me, it seemed odd to me that several people of varying ages with varied intellectual interests should be shoved together into a unit. But in terms of the global community, I felt left out. Surely, I thought, there must be a better way. Indeed, I started to think about exactly what is a cohort, both in definition and in practice. Definition-wise, cohort is a group of students working together through the same academic curriculum. However, I think a better way to think of that definition would be in terms of the Roman legion, where a cohort was a group of warriors or soldiers. Because in a lot of ways, those who are in doctoral school and those who connect with both their local cohort and their global cohort are warriors for knowledge. And perhaps if we start to think of it that way, it might make more sense. I came to understand my cohort in different terms. My cohort was a loose collection of people with whom I happened to enter my doctoral program. I love my cohort. They're wonderful scholars and people. However, they were my local cohort, and while in doctoral school, they could only be my local cohort. I'm sure most of us understand that graduate school is a lonely place at times. Despite my love of Minnesota and salt and nut rolls, I needed to connect with more than just those around me. Through Twitter, I was able to reach out and connect with people I would otherwise have never known. This outreach led me to my global and networked cohort. I connected with people from all over the world, and as such, I have grown to appreciate my global cohort's input and ideas on projects. Even more important, I've been able to collaborate on projects with members of my global cohort and think about higher education in truly world contexts. Indeed, my global cohort is large, and while we may not want to take over the world, we sort of already have. We're spread across the globe, and I firmly believe that our style of networking is the future of doctoral studies. In the great scheme of higher education, enlightenment will not come or arise out of one context or area, but rather it will be birthed out of the collective understanding of knowledge, the beginning of the new, and the ending of the old. This has profound ramifications for the future. In the age of shrinking budgets and exploding PhD holder growths, we need our global cohorts to support us, look out for us. and at least be around for communal lamentation and celebration. The future is no longer local, yet many doctoral programs continue the idea of a cohort in the ancient spirit. Exceedingly, I've come to rely on my global cohort more than my local cohort. And while this does say something about me as a scholar, it says more about our shrinking world and the technologies we depend on to enhance our work. With this future barreling down upon us, I realize, like my panel colleagues, I am a new doctoral subject. We are unique and crazy enough to understand the future's connection through space, time, and network with those similar to us. We use technology, especially social media, like Twitter, to reach out for what we don't have locally. We work together, we think together, and we can change the future together. We can no longer solely depend on our local cohorts and programs to match us with our interests and needs. We must reach out to those around the world and encourage mutual cooperation and collaboration. Our studies, our pedagogies, and our research all depend on our ability to recognize that our world isn't what it once was, and similarly, our doctoral education is no longer confined to the finite spaces of campuses and programs. Welcome to the future. I hope you're ready for the ride. Thank you for listening. If you have questions or concerns about my talk, please don't hesitate to contact me. Trent, out.